Hello, good afternoon. My name is Roni, and today we will be talking about the physics of climate change. Now, you guys may be wondering, what is climate change? Climate change refers to long term shifts in temperatures and weather patterns that have come to define Earth's local, regional, and global climates. Climate change refers to significant changes in global temperature, precipitation, wind patterns, and other measures of climate that occur over several decades or longer. These shifts may be natural through variations in the solar cycle. Since the 1800s, human activities have been the main driver of climate change, bringing us into the topic anthropogenic climate change. Anthropogenic climate change. The definition is human-caused changes to the climate. Anthropogenic means human-caused. Human activities such as the burning of fossil fuels and the conversion of land for forestry and agriculture are examples. The biggest contributor to the anthropogenic climate change are fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and gas. The largest contributor to global climate change, accounting for over 75% of global greenhouse gas emissions and nearly 90% of all carbon dioxide emissions. As greenhouse gas emissions blanket the earth, they trap the sun's heat. Major greenhouse gases include carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and various synthetic chemicals. Now here, we have a very good image on what greenhouse gases are and how it affects Earth's energy balance and climate. As you guys can see, this is radiation and the arrows are going downwards. Some radiation is absorbed by Earth's surface and warms it. However, some solar radiation is reflected by Earth in the atmosphere, causing it to go the other way, reflected. Here's Earth's surface and the atmosphere. Some of the infrared radiation passes through the atmosphere. Some is absorbed by greenhouse gases and re-emitted in all directions by the atmosphere. The effect of this is to warm Earth's surface and the lower atmosphere. Now, here are some facts. Burning fossil fuel generates greenhouse gas emissions that act like a blanket wrapped around the Earth, trapping the sun's heat and raising temperatures. We said examples of greenhouse gas emissions such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and various synthetic chemicals. These come from using gasoline for driving a car or coal for heating a building. Greenhouse gas concentrations are at their highest levels in 2 million years, and emissions continue to rise. As a result, the Earth is now 1.1 degrees Celsius warmer than it was in the late 1800s. The last decade, 2011 through 2020, was the warmest on record. The consequences of climate change are intense droughts, water scarcity, severe fires, rising sea levels, flooding, melting polar ice, catastrophic storms, and declining biodiversity. Now here is a YouTube video on climate change, some causes, effects, and solutions.
Human activities, from pollution to overpopulation, are driving up the Earth's temperature and fundamentally changing the world around us. The main cause is a phenomenon known as the greenhouse effect. Gases in the atmosphere, such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and chlorofluorocarbons, let the sun's light in, but keep some of the heat from escaping, like the glass walls of a greenhouse. The more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, the more heat gets trapped, strengthening the greenhouse effect and increasing the Earth's temperature. Human activities, like the burning of fossil fuels, have increased the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere by more than a third since the Industrial Revolution. The rapid increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has warmed the planet at an alarming rate. While Earth's climate has fluctuated in the past, atmospheric carbon dioxide hasn't reached today's levels in hundreds of thousands of years. Climate change has consequences for our oceans, our weather, our food sources, and our health. Ice sheets, such as Greenland and Antarctica, are melting. The extra water that was once held in glaciers causes sea levels to rise and spills out of the oceans, flooding coastal regions. Warmer temperatures also make weather more extreme. This means not only more intense major storms, floods, and heavy snowfall, but also longer and more frequent droughts. These changes in weather pose challenges. Growing crops becomes more difficult. The areas where plants and animals can live shift, and water supplies are diminished. In addition to creating new agricultural challenges, climate change can directly affect people's physical health. In urban areas, the warmer atmosphere creates an environment that traps and increases the amount of smog. This is because smog contains ozone particles, which increase rapidly at higher temperatures. Exposure to higher levels of smog can cause health problems such as asthma, heart disease, and lung cancer. While the rapid rate of climate change is caused by humans, humans are also the ones who can combat it. If we work to replace fossil fuels with renewable energy sources like solar and wind, which don't produce greenhouse gas emissions, we might still be able to prevent some of the worst effects of climate change.
Now, here are some causes and effects of climate change. Some causes are rapid industrialization, energy use, agricultural practices, deforestation, consumer practices, livestock, transport, resource extraction, and pollution. And now some effects are rising temperatures, rising sea levels, unpredictable weather patterns, increase in extreme weather events, land degradation, and loss of wildlife and biodiversity. Now you guys are probably asking, what are the social impacts of climate change? Displaced people, poverty, loss of livelihood, hunger, malnutrition, increased risk of diseases, and global food and water shortages. Now, these are just a few examples. There are many more examples. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope everyone has a better understanding on what climate change and anthropogenic climate change is, the causes, effects, and the solutions, and a better understanding on the topic. Till next time, thank you.